A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that could reshape the financial landscape for millions of Americans, Senate Republicans approved President Donald Trump's ambitious multi-trillion-dollar tax and spending package on Tuesday. This legislation, which includes a notable increase in the child tax credit, could have far-reaching implications for families across the nation. The Senate's version of the spending package proposes to raise the maximum child tax credit to $2,200 starting in 2025, indexing it for inflation thereafter. However, experts caution that not all families will benefit from this increase, particularly those with lower incomes. Currently, the maximum child tax credit stands at $2,000, but this figure is set to revert to $1,000 after 2025 unless Congress intervenes. The legislation also introduces wider income eligibility limits, which will sunset without an extension. In contrast, the House-approved One Big Beautiful Bill Act aims to increase the highest child tax credit to $2,500 from 2025 through 2028, before reverting to $2,000 and being indexed for inflation. With these differing provisions, the path forward remains uncertain, as the House must still approve the Senate's legislation before it can be sent to Trump's desk for his signature. For families with qualifying children under 17, the child tax credit can provide much-needed financial relief. Under the current law, families can claim a credit worth up to $2,000 per child. But this amount begins to phase out for married couples earning over $400,000 or individuals earning more than $200,000. Unfortunately, many families, particularly those with lower incomes, do not fully benefit from the credit due to its partially refundable nature. According to experts, this means that approximately 17 million children do not receive the full $2,000 credit because their families do not owe enough in taxes. The proposed changes to the child tax credit come at a time when the U.S. fertility rate is at historic lows, prompting lawmakers, including those in the Trump administration, to consider financial incentives as a potential solution to boost birth rates. However, experts remain divided on whether such measures would yield long-term results. The Senate's approval of the tax and spending package follows a grueling 26-hour debate, culminating in a tie-breaking vote from Vice President J.D. Vance, which allowed the measure to clear the Senate with a narrow 50-50 vote. This victory represents a hard-fought achievement for Trump's administration, moving his key legislative priority closer to becoming law. The bill promises substantial tax cuts and increased defense spending, but has faced significant backlash from Democrats and some moderate Republicans, who argue it would drastically cut parts of the federal safety net. Trump hailed the Senate's passage of the bill as a major policy win for the American people, urging House Republicans to unite and send the legislation to his desk. However, the House remains divided, with many members expressing concerns over the Senate's revisions. As House Republicans convene to consider the Senate's version of the bill, the stakes are high for Trump and congressional Republicans, who hope to demonstrate their ability to govern effectively. Despite the challenges ahead, the White House remains optimistic about swift approval in the House, aiming for Trump to sign the legislation into law before the Independence Day holiday. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the implications of this tax and spending package will undoubtedly be felt by families across the nation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.